Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear students. Ms. Mumtaz once again with the second lecture of the topic trade. In our previous lecture, we had actually learned about the export and import, the trade, the reasons of the trade, and I had given you a very short introduction about the balance of payment and the reasons of the negative balance of payment. In this session, in this class, we will learn in detail what are the reasons of the balance of payment, because every time whenever we study the agriculture, when we study the industrial development, we study that Pakistan has a slow process of industrial development, Pakistan has a slow process of agriculture development. The reason, because we have to pay more debts, we are under the debted sector. So these are the reasons these are the problems we had been learning, in many chapters. So let me start today's topic. So here you can see in the slide that is balance of payment. This is basically the topic we will cover in this lecture. The balance of payment, right? BOP, you can write on the short form. Here with this a picture, you can see export and import, right? And with this scale, you can easily identify that the weight of the import is high and the weight of the export is low. So this picture is basically you showing you that the money which we are earning through shipment of the products which we are supplying to other countries is far much less as compared to the products which we are importing from other countries. So that is the short introduction. Moving toward the next slide. All right, the negative balance of payment. The balance of payment is basically the difference in the value between imports and export in a country, right? The balance of payment is the difference in the value. Value does not mean the quantity. It means the value in the term of money. Which products is more expensive? Whether the products which we are exporting is more expensive and whether the product which we are importing is more expensive. So if we are exporting the products is far less expensive as compared to the products which we are importing from other countries, so it means the balance of payment will be in negative. Why will be negative? Because we have to pay more as compared to the earn. The foreign exchange which we earn from export is less as compared to the foreign exchange we have to pay to other countries in the terms of in the payments of import is more high. So that is called basically the balance of payment. All right, the balance of trade and payment. Sometimes the student consider it the similar. There is a very slight difference between the balance of trade and the balance of payment. Now you can see here, the balance of trade is the difference between a country's total export and total import. That how much in quantity. For example, if we have exported more, right, and imported less, so it means the balance of trade will not be in negative, okay, and it will be positive. But if the quantity of the export is less as compared to the total import which we are importing, so it means the balance of trade is in negative, which is always negative here in Pakistan. The balance of payment is basically the monetary value, the amount. The balance of payment is the difference between the amount of the money that comes into the country and the amount of the that goes out of the country. That I have already told you that, for example, what we are exporting in our previous lecture, we have learned that what are we exporting more? We are mostly exporting the farm products. For example, agriculture products, we are exporting rice, we are exporting vegetables, fruits. Then the more importantly, we are exporting cotton. That is a major product of Pakistan. We are exporting cotton. We are exporting many products out of cotton. Then sports goods, surgical. But these are the products are less valuable as compared to the money. As far as we talk about the money, they are less valuable as compared to the products which we are purchasing, which we are importing. Right? Remember what we are importing? We are importing machineries. We are importing electrical appliances. We are importing mineral oil. I have told you that we are called it the giant of all imports. So these the products which we are importing is more expensive as compared to the products which we are exporting. So that is the reason that the money comes in our country is less as compared to the money which should be sent to other countries in the terms of the payment of our imports is more high. So our payments are higher, but our earnings are very less. That is why we say that balance of payment is negative here in Pakistan. Okay, now the all is called the trade deficit. Whether we talk about the balance of payment and balance of trade, balance of payment and trade, both are almost similar. So the whole is called the trade deficit, right? The value of goods imported is more than the value of goods exported. This is the first major reason of the trade deficit of Pakistan, that whatever we are exporting to other countries, the money earned is less, right? The value of the products, we have already discussed that what are we exporting. There is no comparison between the cotton and machines, the heavy machines which we are using in the industries. Similarly, there is no comparison of the surgical goods and the mineral oil. Definitely, mineral oil is more expensive than the sports good. So, the quantity, the products which we are importing is far more value as compared to the products which we are exporting. Then uncompetitive quality and low quality of the export. This is the basic reason of Pakistan, right? The basic problem of Pakistan. Most of the products are coming from the primary sector and the small scale industries, which there is a low quality of the product. There is a high competition in the market. And just because of the poor quality, Pakistan is not able to compete with the other countries. There are many countries who are producing a good quality products. There is no comparison between Pakistani products and the Chinese products. There is no comparison. The reason because the products which they are producing, manufacturing, or growing, whatever they are doing for their export, they are far much better in quality and quantity as compared to Pakistan. So this is the basic reason why we are earning less money, because sometimes most of the countries, they ban Pakistani products. For example, the fish product, the poultry products are very famous in Afghanistan. Afghanistan is not a developed country, but Afghanistan banned once upon a time Pakistani poultry products just because of unhygienic condition, right? So unhygienic condition in the farm products, similarly low quality products. Here in Pakistan, in agriculture products, we use an excessive amount of pesticides. These pesticides and the other chemicals, they make the products unhealthy. So that is the reason many of the countries, they ban Pakistani farm product as well. So this is another reason, just because of the quality of the export, Pakistan faces the trade deficit. Then another reason, unable to fulfill the domestic need of population. The reason because the population is increasing day by day. So definitely whatever we are producing, it must be consumed first in the in the country. So that is the reason we have the less export. We have the less export because most of the products are consumed by the local people. So the domestic needs is more high, and Pakistan is not able to fulfill the domestic need because the trade deficit is there. We need a lot of products to be imported here in Pakistan, but we cannot import because we don't have money. We have to pay the for the money which we have already imported. So that's very, very important. Another, the import tariff quotas of the country. There are many countries where the tariff is very high. The import quota, that the tariff is very high. Quota is basically a type of tax which are which are imposed basically on the quantity of a product, that is called the quota. And similarly, the tariff is a type of taxes which basically these are called the trade barriers. They are basically the trade barriers, and they are very important to restrict the imports. But some imports we cannot restrict. So some other countries, they increase their quota. Sometimes they increase their tariff. So just because of that reason, because our currency is depreciating, so that is why every import become very expensive for us. Trade embargoes imposed by other countries. Embargoes are basically the taxes on the particular product. That is called the trade embargo. For example, legally we cannot import wine. If Pakistan is importing wine, so it's completely illegal. So these are the trade embargoes which are basically imposed on Pakistani products, particularly by other countries. So through this, Pakistan definitely has to face some difficulties in trade, and we have the trade deficit just because of these reasons. Then dependency on imports of capital goods. Capital goods are basically the machines. Capital goods are the goods which are used to manufacture the other product. These are the capital goods, right? For example, the heavy machineries, we are using oil, all these products which are used to manufacture other products are the capital goods. So dependency on the imports of the capital goods. In our previous lecture, we have already discussed that Pakistan lacks mineral oil. We have to import it. Similarly, we are not the machine manufacturers, unfortunately. So when we are increasing the number of industries, we need to import machines. Similarly, the other valuable, high value added products we need to import. Sometimes we are importing raw materials. For example, sports goods. Sports good industry, stitching thread we are importing, then stitching rubber we are importing. So different products we are importing from other countries. So that is why the trade is always in deficit. Dependency on importing, exporting agriculture products, food named example, that is basically example you have to write down. Okay, these are the points which are you must have seen in the marking schemes. The dependency on the particular products. For example, we are exporting mostly the food products. And similarly, in our previous lecture, I've already told you that Pakistan is importing the edible oil as well. We are importing edible oil. We are importing wheat. What are the reason we are importing when we are growing throughout the country? The reason, because the here you can see unable to fulfill the domestic need, because we are not able to fulfill the domestic need through our products. So that is why we have to import it. We have to import these products. So again, the trade in deficit and depreciate. Okay, the own currency, the rupee is depreciating day by day. So that's because of the depreciation in the value of our own currency against the dollar, against the other currencies. Definitely, Pakistan faces a lot of problem, and Pakistan is always under the debts and under the loan. Okay, effects of negative balance of trade on the national economy. National economy means country's economy, how it affected. Now you can see here foreign debts, foreign loan. We are under the debts which we have to pay, right? So how can we pay it? What are the ways to pay it? Definitely Pakistan, what Pakistan would do? Pakistan would ask for the aid. Pakistan would ask for the loan. When Pakistan would ask for the aid, definitely the other countries would be more influential in Pakistan's matter. Every time we think that why USA is so much concerned about Pakistan's political matters and Pakistan's internal matter, why UK is so much concerned, even why China and the other countries are so much concerned. What is going on in Pakistan? The reason, because Pakistan has already taken a huge sum of money from these countries in term of aid, in term of loan. So that is why they always poke their nose in Pakistan's personal affairs, and Pakistan is always under the pressure of these countries. The reason, because we have already taken a huge sum of money. So this is basically the foreign aid, right, which we are taking from many countries, needs to use the country's cash reserve. This is another negative effect of the trade balance, negative trade balance in the national economy, that the country has to use the cash reserves and the cash assets and the foreign exchange. And I have told you in my previous lecture that countries should have a particular sum of foreign exchange in a state bank reserve, and to print new money. But if we are using this reserved foreign exchange, definitely it will not be good for the economy. And the development projects, for example, here every project extends too long. For example, one project has been started and it is, announced that this project, this underpass, this overhead bridge, or this flyover, or any of the, the dams, barrage, anything, any of the bigger construction program. If they have started and they announce that this will be completed in within few years, within 5 years, within 4 years, sometime 2 years, right? That they have announced. But every time we have noticed that it extended. Why it is extended? The reason, because we are under the debts, we are under the loan. The foreign exchange which is required to continue this development project is not available in Pakistan, and just because of that reason it can be delayed many of the time, and sometimes it is cancelled. So, and definitely, if the development is not there, the country definitely will have to suffer. Rise in taxation. Now, how can they get the money? Definitely, they will get back the money from the people. The people has to pay the taxes. So they increase the taxes. Every time we think that why the petrol prices are getting higher in Pakistan, what are the reason that we have to pay more electricity bill? What are the reason that the products which we are purchasing in a low price, 5 years back or 6 years back, and sometimes 2 3 years back, with every year there is a high prices of the products, there is a rise in the price of the product. The reason, because of the taxation, the high taxation on imposed of the people on the people. When the people are under the taxes, they have to pay more bills, they have to pay more utility bills, they have to pay more price of the product, more taxes, etc. So in this way, definitely the savings of the product will be the people will be less. There will be less savings, and savings are very important, for the development of the country. So the people are not able to save the money, and the money will not be, definitely less money is deposited in the bank, and the whole system definitely will suffer. So it is very, very important that we have to correct the negative balance of trade and the payments. A strategy to increase these are some things, and in countries currency, uh, these are the points. Strategies to increase the exports, high value products, government encourage local industry to export. Now, how can we do it? Ways to correct that point I should discuss here in this slide. Now, we are discussing that Pakistan is under the debt. We are discussing that Pakistan is under the loan. So there should be some ways. We have to find out some ways how to make it correct. So these are the ways through which we can easily make our trade deficit correct. We will be able to make it positive. Now, or something balance, right? So how can we do it? Increasing export. We should increase the quantity of the export. We should increase the variety of export. We are exporting to more than 100 countries. We have the trading, terms with more than 100 countries. But the export base of Pakistan is very narrow. Pakistan has a narrow export base. So Pakistan should widen the export base by increasing the export. Now, how can we increase the export? Right? So we can increase the export by manufacturing more value added products. For example, instead of exporting more raw cotton, we should set up the industries and manufacture more cotton products. So these value added products are more important as compared to the raw products, because they are the value added products. So they are more expensive in the international market. So this is very much important. Another thing is develop the cottage industry. We all know that cottage and craft industry is easy to develop because they need less money. Mostly the work is done manually, and they need less electricity, and they need less very, very expert labor. We have already learned in our previous chapter in industrial development that what are the requirements of the cottage industry. So as far as Pakistan's current the situation is concerned, the political situation, the monetary situation of Pakistan is concerned, it is easiest way to set up more cottage industries. So Pakistan government should encourage to set up the more cottage industries so that Pakistan will be able to export the products, more export. For example, which products? So we all know that the cottage industries are manufacturing best quality the carpets. The carpets, every sort of carpets are coming from these cottage industries, and it's the best in quality. Then there are some other products as well, the rugs, the carpets, and the processed goods. So they all are coming from the cottage industry, and there is a high demand of these products in the international market. So we can easily increase it and we can earn more money and increase the variety of cotton items, as we have already discussed earlier. A strict quality control, that's very, very important. In our previous slide, we have discussed that the reason of the trade deficit is the low quality of the product. So there must be quality control check. Quality control is properly checked. The quality is properly controlled and checked in the large scale industries, but mostly not in the small scale industries. And a small scale sector is also involved in export as well. So this is very, very necessary that in those industries, in cottage industries and small scale industries overall, in informal sector, there should be a quality control check. So who can do it? That must be the responsibility of the government, that in all those industries, the products coming to the market for export, these products must be checked properly prior to send to other countries. So in this way, a good quality product must be exported, and Pakistan will expand, definitely will expand the international market, and more countries will be able to, and they will be interested in import of the Pakistani product. Export agencies such as Export Promotion Bureau like EPB or TDAP, Trade Development Authority of Pakistan. Now EPB has been changed into Trade Development Authority of Pakistan. These export agencies are basically promoting the export. They are facilitating the exporters by different means. They search the international market. They provide, they set up the exhibitions as well. So more export centers should be set up so that the Pakistani product will be exhibited in these expo centers. There are expo centers in Karachi and Lahore, but why not in other cities? For example, in other cities like Multan, like Faisalabad, in Sialkot, in many other places where more industries have been set up. Gujranwala, Gujarat, in Punjab, many cities of Punjab, even in Balochistan as well. So more export centers should be set up so that Pakistan's product can be easily marketed, they can be promoted, and the other industries must be, the other countries must be encouraged to invest their money here in Pakistan. Excuse me. So that is very, very important. Reduce taxes to provide incentives for export. This is another very, very important. The taxes should be reduced. All right, an EPZ, export processing zone, should be set up in different parts of the country so that the country will be able to now EPZ, export processing zone, are the particular areas where only the export oriented industries have been set up. These EPZs provide fringe benefits to the industries: tax-free import, tax-free import of the capital goods, duty-free import of the capital goods, etc. So there are, number of benefits these EPZs, and a proper quality control check is provided in EPZ. So all the products coming from the EPZs, the industry set up in EPZ, so they are very, high quality products. So EPZs can be set up in different parts of the country, not only the particular cities, but almost the throughout the country. Then restricting, this is another very, very important 2 points: by increasing export. Second, by restricting imports. How to restrict imports? There are unnecessary items which we are importing from China. These products already manufacturing here in Pakistan. They are being manufactured here in Pakistan, but still Pakistan is importing from China. So there should be import ban, there should be trade barriers, strict trade barriers, especially the products which we are importing from the countries which we are producing here in a country like the China, from China, unnecessary products we are importing like stationery items, sometimes food items, the chocolates, the things which we are already manufacturing here in Pakistan. So why do we import it? So we should restrict the import. So if we restrict the import, then definitely Pakistan will be able to increase to correct the trade deficit, to correct the negative balance of payment. Other than this, another reason how to make the trade deficit to earn foreign exchange. Now, how can we earn foreign exchange? It is not written over here. How can we earn? We can earn foreign exchange by increasing the tourism as well, right? The tourism, we all know that Pakistan is, blessed with mountains, blessed with the lush green mountains and valleys, which are definitely very beautiful. And many of the international tourists, they are very trusted to come to Pakistan to visit all these places. So if Pakistan market their tourism sites properly through social media, through websites, through different print media, if Pakistan promoted it properly, definitely tourism will increase, and through tourism, Pakistan will be able to earn foreign exchange. And basically, the foreign exchange is very necessary. The more we are able to increase the tourism, we are able to earn more foreign exchange, right? And then we will be able to pay off the debts. When we will be able to pay off the debts, then we will be having enough amount of money to develop our country. Then the export will be increased, the imports will be restricted definitely, and the country will be developed. So this is, the whole lesson about the balance of trade. One more thing, another important thing, that how can you the questions come in the paper. This is a very important point. So this topic, the balance of payment, it can come in 1 or 2 marks question. For example, what is describe the difference between, state the difference between the balance of trade and balance of payment. It can be of 2 marks. Means you have 1 mark for writing the definition of the balance of payment and 1 mark for writing the definition of balance of trade. So this can be of 2 marks. For example, you can be given the question, what is export? It will be of 2 marks. So it is of 2 marks. So 1 mark for the definition of export and 1 mark for the example of export. So if any definition of 2 marks, so it means 1 mark for the definition and 1 mark for the examples. Then it can come in the 4 mark question. Explain the reasons. For example, you can see, explain the reasons of the trade deficit. That is basically coming from the marking scheme. Explain the reason of the trade deficit. So here you can select any of the 2 points and you have to elaborate it. You have to explain it, develop it. The way I have developed each and every point, the way I have explained each and every point. So for the 4 marker question, you have to select any of the 2 points, 1 point for the idea which you are selecting from here, and 1 point for the explanation of that idea. So this is very much important. Then this question can come, this one, see, ways to correct, right? So now this question, how these two headings can cover in a question. To what extent is it possible to correct the trade deficit in Pakistan? This will be a 6 marker question. To what extent is it possible? So it means you have to select and you have to explain the possibilities. So these are the possible ways, right? So first you have to select any of the 2 possible ways. You have to explain it properly, how to correct the negative balance of payment or the trade deficit. And then you have to write down the problems. The problems of making this increasing the export. Why can't we increase the export? Why can't we restrict the imports? So this question has 2 sides. One is pros and then cons, possibilities and the problems, right? I hope that everything is understood properly, right? So Jazakallah from my side. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.